Masha Slamovich has went from slamming bodies in the ring to being slammed online as she has been cancelled by multiple wrestling promotions and also removed from TNA Victory Road and probably Bound for Glory too, after detailed circumstance in her abusive relationship come to the forefront. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And yeah, Masha Slamovich, some jobber in TNA, some no-name in TNA, some nobody in TNA has now all of a sudden become a somebody because online she is receiving criticism for apparently being abusive in her ex-relationship with some wrestler by the name of Akira, some dude with pink hair, some guy that looks even more feminine than she does. So it tells you all you need to know really about this. But some of his friends came out and they criticised her. They said that she was beating him up, she was being abusive, all this stuff, and now all of a sudden she's getting cancelled from all these promotions. She doesn't look like she's going to be working the future upcoming TNA events, and I personally think all this is bullshit. Now, I don't know Masha Slamovich. All I know is she looks like a dyke, you know, she looks like some angry fucking lesbian, and she probably does have anger issues, and I could certainly see her beating up that guy with the pink hair, and that's not right, and that's wrong, and it's just as wrong for a female to beat up a male in a relationship. It's not right, but at the end of the day, we have zero proof here. We have zero proof that she's done anything. We've seen a couple of pictures uploaded from Akira's friend where he had like a couple of scratches and like, I think he had a cut lip. It's like, who doesn't get a cut lip? You can cut your lip if your dog fucking headbutts you. You can get a scratch walking past a door. You accidentally scratch yourself. You know, these are like minor little cuts and things like that. And Masha also came out and said that it was a mutually abusive, relationship. Now, I'm not defending her here, and she probably was doing this, but does that mean that she deserves to not get booked anymore? Does that mean that she deserves to lose her position on the card? I personally don't think so. I think if it's a domestic case, then this Akira guy should go to the police, and they should deal with it, and if he wants to press charges, then go ahead. And if she ends up in prison or jail, then go ahead. But I don't think that she should lose her career just because there's been accusations made with zero proof. To me, it makes fucking no sense. And how many times have we seen this happen where somebody will be accused of something and automatically they get dismissed from their job or they get suspended and there's like no proof of them doing anything. I mean, look what happened to McMahon. Look at what happened to Brock Lesnar. The guy was like a fucking bystander. Oh, he received an image on his phone. I mean, and so fucking what? McMahon sent him a text message. Are we going to suspend and fire everybody that receives a text message? You know, none of this stuff makes any sense to me. If this Akira guy wants to go to the police and say my wife was abusing me and hitting me, then that is fair enough. He's more entitled to do that. I implore him to do that. But for this Masha Slamovich jobber to get her career derailed when it's fucking going nowhere anyway, it just seems harsh. It seems wrong. And like I said, with zero evidence, zero proof, and all of a sudden she's off Victory Road, she's off Bound for Glory. I mean, it shouldn't affect her wrestling career. It shouldn't affect her career. There was rumours that Austin, was physically abusive to his wife, Deborah. Imagine if Austin, McMahon was like, oh no, that's it, Austin. There was rumours that you gave Deborah a black eye, so I'm going to release you. Imagine if McMahon did that. We'd be watching Ted Turner's WCW Nitro today. We wouldn't have fucking Austin. We wouldn't have all the great stuff that came after Austin. We'd be watching, instead of AEW being on TBS, we'd be watching Nitro on TBS. And yeah, that would be a lot better than AEW Dynamite. But you get my point. It's like, I just don't understand this. We'll get into what's been said from each party and stuff like that. And this is not me defending her, but I don't think it's a career matter. I don't think it's a wrestling matter. If she has done something, then go to the police about it. But I don't think that she should be fired and that she should be stripped of titles and she should be arrested, at least until there's proof. And if she's guilty, and even if she is guilty, I mean, if she did this outside of her workplace, it just doesn't make fucking sense. Like, if Seth Rollins got into a fight with somebody in the street and he punched them, would they strip him of the world title because he hit somebody in the street, which has got nothing to do, if it was his day off, if Seth Rollins was going to the movies to watch fucking Cinderella with his big fucking clown boots on, and somebody was chewing their popcorn too loud next to him, and it was giving him anxiety, and he got into a fight, and they started slapping each other like little bitches, and he slapped the guy sitting next to him a little bit harder, and then that guy went down and says, "Oh, Seth Rollins slapped me," and then Seth, gets in trouble, and Seth gets arrested, and he spends the night in the cell. Would it be fair for Seth Rollins to have his title stripped from him? I mean, I want Seth to get that title stripped, but would it be fair? No. Would it be fair if he just got released? No. Would it be, even if it was a domestic thing, if Seth Rollins turned up to Raw with a black eye and Braun Breaker went, "Oh, Seth was arguing with his wife and she hit him when they were at home before he got to the arena," would Becky deserve to have her WWE contract? No, because it's a situation between man and wife. It's a domestic situation. If you want to, get some form of punishment, then go to the police, go get the law involved. But why does somebody deserve to lose their job over an accusation, over something that's got nothing to do with their job? This Akira guy, he's not even employed by TNA. It makes no sense to me. And again, I'm not defending Masha Slamovich. Couldn't give a fuck about Masha Slamovich. Anytime I have seen her, I've always thought, nah, looks like a nasty person, looks like a dyke. Probably I have zero in common with this person's political beliefs and all this stuff, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say that she deserves to have everything taken away from her because there's accusations, and like I said, no proof. I mean, yeah, there was pictures uploaded, but the pictures that were uploaded were literally things that can happen to you on a daily basis. I mean, anybody can get a scratch, anybody can get a cut lip, it's not difficult. Hell, even if she showed like a black eye, we've seen that crazy bitch. Look at the one before, the one that accused Zachary Wentz, the guy that was in TNA. He moved to WWE NXT. He won the tag team titles at Stand and Deliver. And then she accused him of, abusing her. And WWE, the absolute pathetic company that they are, they fired him straight away. Now, I mean, she did share a picture of him doing, a Nazi salute. But he could have been doing that as a joke. Is that enough to lose your fucking job? No, absolutely not. And then it turns out he wasn't even abusing her, and that she was making it up, and she was mentally fucking unwell, and all these other people had, I think her name was Kay or something, or I don't know, some jobber. You just look at her, she looks fucking crazy, looks like she's never had a bath in 2 weeks. You know the kind of person I'm talking about. So these accusations, you need proof, I think, before you do anything. And even if there is proof, I think it's deserving in this guy losing his job, to be honest. Or her losing her job, no, I don't. Anyway, let's get into the comments. Alright, so let's get into this. Here we have Masha Slamovich releasing this statement a few days after, I believe, some of the pictures were circulating. So she says, quote, "Up until the beginning of this year, I was in a toxic and mutually destructive relationship. We hurt each other deeply and in private moments, failed to treat each other with the consideration and respect we both deserve. I take responsibility for my actions and I am sorry, embarrassed and ashamed of the role I played in our relationship and the way things turned out. In the time since, I have sought help to reflect on this time and deal with conflict in more mature, healthier and sustainable ways. I apologise to those that I let down, including my former partner. I hope he is able to heal. This will be my only statement on the matter. Masha." End of quote. Right, now, she's came out here and she says that it was a mutually destructive relationship and that we hurt each other. So, according to her, and a lot of people say, believe all women, but nobody wants to believe her now. And I'm not saying we should believe her, because she could just be saying this, and there's people in the comments going, "Oh, I salute you, Masha, for owning up and having accountability." This doesn't seem like accountability to me. especially if she's just throwing this guy under the bus, you know. If you walk out to the street and you punch somebody random and then you turn around and go, yeah, I apologise, we were both wrong, that's not you taking accountability. That's you trying to share the blame with somebody who's fucking innocent. Now, at this point, we don't know if this guy's innocent or not. I mean, we don't know shit, okay? We don't know what is happening in relationships. We don't know. Hell, even if you go back to Austin and Deborah, nobody really knows what was happening back then. Nobody fucking knows. Who knows? Maybe Deborah fucking hit Austin first, you know? And I'm not saying that justifies it, but the point is, we don't know this shit, alright? Nobody really knows but the two people involved. So I feel like it's, unless we get proof, you know, unless proof comes out and somebody admits to something, then I guess that's all we know. Right, then we got some updates here from Prestige Wrestling and West Coast Pro Wrestling. They've both cancelled Masha Slamovich appearances, and you can see her there sitting with the TNA Knockouts Championship for a while ago. Yeah, just not in a... Women that look like Masha Slamovich just shouldn't be in wrestling. I am fucking sorry, but no, I'm not sorry for telling the truth. Okay, they just shouldn't be. These people shouldn't be in wrestling. We need that. We wrestling needs to heal, and we need attractive women back in wrestling. That's what we need. We need TNA. We need the titty and ass era back. We need Jerry the King Lawler being the biggest pervert on commentary. That's what wrestling needs. Wrestling needs to heal for this women's movement. We're equal to men bullshit, because they're not. Alright, then this guy, El Higio del Pavo Real, the Jimmy Deacon. I don't know why he's got real in his his fucking profile, as if someone's going to try and impersonate this loser. But he took objection to the mutually destructive comment from Masha, and he says, basically, I'm not going to read it all out, but he says, "You're so full of shit, your teeth are stained brown, I've sat in cars listening to you scream and threaten Alex because your buddies in TNA said he stole your finisher. The only thing you've done since dumping Alex is lose your hair and get addicted to cocaine. You haven't self-reflected for a fucking second of your foul existence. He fucking loved you, and you beat him like a stuffed pig. Fuck you, fuck your rapist boyfriend, and go worry about that thing you've been hiding from the world for 6 years. You homophobic, disloyal, unfaithful cunt. Don't ever speak of my best friend again, let alone think of him with what limited brain cells you have left firing off. Firing off? In your brain. Aye, okay. Firing off in your brain? I don't think that makes... Firing off? I thought he was like frying, like I know, like she was frying her brain cells, but whatever. I said I wasn't going to read it all, and I did read it all, but there you go. So this guy's calling it out. Again, this guy has no proof. He says that you're full of shit. He says that that you do cocaine, and that your current boyfriend is a rapist. I mean, what proof do we have here? This absolutely none. Does this guy want to elaborate on what he means? I don't know who our current boyfriend is, but this seems like he's slandering this guy. So maybe he does have proof, maybe he doesn't. But at the end of the day, do I really care about the Jimmy Deacon? The answer to that question is no. And then we get into Akira himself, who... Now, I'm not going to read all this. I swear I'm not. And if you want to, guys, you can. But he says that this whole thing's made him want to throw up. He was feeling very angry, feeling suicidal, and feeling depressed. Saying that... What else is he saying? He says that he wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for Dale Patrick and Simon Gotch. So, you've got that there. What else did we talk... What's else he talking about? Just... He said he almost killed himself 3 times. I'm sorry. If you almost killed... You're a fucking loser. You should never kill yourself over anybody. Suicide is weak. Simple as that. He said, I would never have said anything. I only came out with my prior experiences of sexual abuse because I was spiraling alone in Japan. All these people are mentally fucking weak, man. You look at wrestlers, and we always say they're full of losers, they're full of jabrones, and just look at the life situations that they talk about. It's like, how about you just fucking man up, man, and, you know, get a fucking life and be a real man and move forward. This guy's talking about killing himself. And for what? For why? Honestly, man, if I was in a relationship with some woman and she was, like, abusive to me and she hit me once, you know, if she was lucky, she'd get the fucking warning here. Never do that again, or else, you know, you're getting fucking dropped, or that will be the end of the relationship, or so and so. But, I mean, why is this guy going to kill himself over it? You know, it's certainly not worth it. Anyway, he then talks about not being good enough. He said things in confidence and it was turned against him. He said he can't get that time back, he can't get that money back, he can't get the last 4 years of his life back. He's angry, he's not sad, he's moved on. He said he's grown up as a person, and I mean, that's pretty much it. But, like, there's nothing really there. He's not really accusing her. He's just saying that basically, I felt like killing myself. That's all he's saying. You know, that is all this guy is saying. I'm not really seeing much in this statement. And I'm not reading it all, guys. If you want to, then go ahead. But honestly, this is a fucking nothing burger. If they've moved on, and they've not been in a relationship since January, then what's the point that's been brought up? You know, why are they talking about this? It makes no sense to me. I personally don't get it. 8 months later, and this has been dragged up. I mean, anybody could do this, you know. Anybody could do this. I'm trying to think of people that have split up recently. Like Charlotte and Andrade have split up. What's stopping one of them in 3 months coming out and accusing the other one of being abusive and, like, uploading a picture of a scratch and being like, oh, look what they did to me, you know? It's fucking bullshit. There's no proof, there's no anything here. It's just people that are people on one side and others on another, and they're just going to say negative shit and make accusations. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't understand it. I don't know what they want to happen here. Is this Sakira guy? Akira, is he supposed to get pushed? Is Masha Slamovich supposed to never wrestle again because there's accusations going against her? I mean, if it's a big deal, then go to the police and, you know, file a report. It's as simple as that. But to me, that's all that should happen here. I think it's people get cancelled for nothing these days, and to me, this is a bit of a nothing burger, and nobody deserves it. I don't think this Masha Slamovich deserves to be cancelled, even though I think she's an arsehole, just based on what I've seen. I don't think Zachary Wentz deserved to get cancelled, and it turns out that, you know, his ex was fucking crazy and lying about him and, you know, manipulating that, and she was putting makeup on her face to make it look like she was bruised and stuff for being hit. So she was a fucking psycho with 10 cats. I don't think Brock Lesnar deserved to lose like over 2 years of his career because he received a fucking text message from Vince McMahon. I don't think any of these people deserve cancelled. I don't. Unless they've done something heinous. You know, if it's something like really fucking bad and really unforgivable, but then by all means, take them out of the wrestling business and whatnot. But a dispute or an accusation over a domestic situation, nah, for me, I don't think she deserves to be cancelled. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below. I need to see more. I need this Akira guy to come out and say, well, she done this and she done that, and then maybe I'd be like, well, okay. But I mean, at the end of the day, all we've had is you know, some like lame accusations from his friends going, oh, you were abusive and you beat him up and this and that, but where's the proof, where's the receipts, you know, where's the evidence? We don't have shit, you know. And this Akira guy doesn't seem to be providing anything either. So yeah, anyway guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace. By the way, he said he almost killed himself 3 times. If I have to watch wrestling anymore, fuck, I'll kill myself. That's how bad this shit is. Having to watch this on a Monday, Friday, and I don't even watch it much anymore, but still, you know, is what it is. Till next time, peace.